Okay. For these problems, let me clarify the input. The input is that I was giving a heat. The heat is the heat means the length, and we have an integer array of the heat, and so the meaning of heat is that the length of the vertical line. And I need to return the maximum amount of water of a clean container. So the maximum amount of water we can calculate by the horizontal length plus vertical length. So it will be the length between two index. And for the heat, we need to use the minimal heat. Okay, so that's the requirement for this problem. For the n, for the constraints, we can see that the heat can be 0, and the n, the minimal heat dot length. The n is the length of the heat. It means that we have at least 2 elements. Okay, so first let me so the first idea come out to my mind actually is a brute force solution. I can iterate through all the heat, like for example the first one, and then I have another inner loop to iterate through all the all the other heat who is one index higher than the outer loop. And then let me implement my my solution. So first, N is equals the loss of the heat. The outer loop is okay. Okay, so for I in the range N, for I in range N, and for the inner loop is for J in the range I plus 1 and N. And then I need to calculate the maximal error. And first, let me initialize the result, and I need to return. So it's maximal error. So I can initialize it to the float. Float negative infinity, and current error I can also initiate to the float infinity. Okay, so now I'm able to calculate the current error. Calculate the current error equals the index I minus I, J minus I is the horizontal length, and times the minimal of the heat I and heat G. Okay. So the result will be the maximum of the current result and the current error. Okay, so at the end, I need to return the result. So that's my solution, brute force solution. Let me see if, yeah, it works for those two cases, but let me try to submit it. So as you can see, the time limit is extend. So at this time, I need to think about how to reduce the time complexity. For this brute force solution, I have a two nested for loop. So the time complexity is O of n. So it is too slow. Let me trying to use the two-pointer solution for this problem because normally two-pointer solution can reduce the n squared time complex solution to the O1. I need to initialize two-pointer, one is left, another one is right. And the first, let me get the length of the height, and the right will be n minus 1. Okay, I will have a while loop to iterate through all the height, and then I also need to initialize the final result with which is I can initialize to the negative infinity, and for the current error I can also initiate it to the float infinity. And now let me calculate the current error. It will be the right minus left. This is the horizontal length, and times the mini height, which is it it's left, it right. Okay, and then I need to update my result, compare current result, compare the current result and the current error. Okay, so now I need to compare the height. If the height of left is bigger or equals to the height of the right, at this time I need to move the um lower height to see if I'm able to make this one a little bit bigger and get a bigger error. Okay, so the right will move to the left side, and the left plus 1. So if the left hit is smaller, I can move the left pointer forward to see if I can find a bigger. As long as I move either of the pointer, I need to update my result. At the end of a for loop, I'm able to return the final result. Let me see if it works. Okay, there are some issues, logic issues. Let me think about minimal. Let me look at potential causes of this issue. after if height. Okay, so for the current error, I guess I need to initialize to the 0 because during the first stage, I don't have okay, it seems like that's not the causes of the problems. Let me think about it. Mm. Mm, result is maximum of results and the current error. Oh, so here I shouldn't use if. I should use leave. Okay, now it's been submitted successfully. Okay. I've got to analysis the time and space complexity. Let me continue. So for the time complexity here, you can see that I only have a while loop, and inside the while loop, each step takes consistent time complexity, so we can neglect it. And the time complexity will be O(n). N is the length of the height. And for space complexity, I only initialized a few variables. And for example, pointers. So they all consume consistent space complexity. So the space complexity is of O1, is O1. And time complexity is O(n).